What if Black Mirror was a book, where instead of episodes, they were short stories? And each story, like this show, explores a different dystopian future. Well, according to all of these comments, you would then get my book, The Crumbling of a Nation and Other Stories. Like in The Algorithm We Trust, where all of America is now controlled by a singular algorithm, giving it complete control of what a person eats and what a person sees and what a person reads, and therefore everything a person knows about reality. Or the story The Termination Bureau, set in an America where abortion has been banned nationwide. However, if a person does not want to keep their baby, they are allowed to sell their baby to the state. The state then gives that baby a series of tests to determine how useful that baby could be to the state. But on the occasion that a baby tests so low that it is determined entirely useless to the state, that baby is then sent to the Termination Bureau. Or the story We See You, about a young woman who was assaulted in broad daylight. And though there are dozens of people there to witness the crime, none of them step in to protect her. Instead, they pull out their phones and record a video to later post to social media for millions to watch, only to return to whatever they were doing before as if nothing has even happened. Or the story It Was Just Another Day in America, about just an ordinary day at school. Every student at this school wears a bulletproof vest, every teacher is armed, and the entirety of the school is surrounded by security. And yet none of this is enough to protect the kids. And so in the back of every classroom are bunkers for the students to hide in when that inevitable shooter enters school grounds. A tragedy that has become to these students just another day in America. Or the story A Baby Is Born, where the price of giving birth in America has become so astronomical that the only way a parent is able to afford to give birth is to sign lifelong contracts on the behalf of their unborn child, declaring that they will only ever shop at this company. Because these contracts are valued at such a high rate, when Maybelline arrives at the hospital, she is immediately swarmed by a group of recruiters, forcing her to sign these contracts before she is even allowed to see the doctor. These are just a few of the stories that can be found in my new book, The Crumbling of a Nation and Other Stories, available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, the TikTok Shop, and Audible.